Shines. Hi there, surprise, RMK, cosmic weather. I did this whole video earlier and we don't need to go into that. I'm just gonna go live. It's easier. I've been on retreat, but I am popping in to do a little shout out about the full moon eclipse because it's kind of a big deal, right? We're not having a full lunar eclipse until 2021. And what I'm going to do with this is, hi everybody. I'm not going to be doing Q&A with this one because I've been messing with videos. Like, I've spent way too many hours on this already. So, hi everybody. Thanks for popping in. I was just saying I made a video on the iPad and Facebook was being wonky about uploading it. It was like 15 minutes long. Hi Lindsay. Hi everybody. So yeah, this is kind of a big full moon. Is it as gnarly and ominous as a lot of people are saying it is? Of course it's not. People tend to exaggerate these. And yeah, it's a super moon, it's a blood moon, it's a wolf moon. I know it kind of sounds like something out of a horror movie, right? Hi everybody. I'm just going to share a couple of thoughts about this as we go into this portal. It is a very powerful portal. It opens tonight in about an hour and 15. There is going to be a large global meditation for the full moon portal that starts at 5 Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern today. So if anybody wants to get in on that, hi everybody for popping in. I appreciate that. If you're just popping in now, I'm not going to do Q&A. I don't really have time to do that this time, but I did want to share a few words about, hello. Hear about the crazy energy. Okay, this last week, I'm not going to spend that much time on it, but last week, you know, we had a sun and Pluto are traveling really close together in Capricorn. This is, you know, where it is in my own natal chart, so I'm kind of used to that energy. Hi, Jennifer. Yeah, it was a power surge of some pretty epic proportion this last week, and not everybody was doing so great with it. Right now, we're in a Cancer moon until tomorrow night at about 7:55 p.m. Pacific time. Hi, Jason. Nice to see ya. As I said on my other video that you guys unfortunately aren't going to be able to see, that Cancer can get a little butthurt, can be a little overly sensitive. I know I've had a little bit of an overly sensitive day today, getting a little irritated that my video was working out correctly. So this is one of the things to just kind of avoid, take a breath, realize that other people, as I said, I talked a little bit about it in my subscriber group, in the Cosmic Weather private group. It's sensitized, it's sensitive and sensitized both. Okay, so that's what it does. Yeah, I picked a good week to be on retreat, but yeah, Sun Pluto is no joke. We've also got Mars Uranus stuff going on. And so what I'm going to do, I normally don't talk a lot about the aspects of the moon itself. Yeah, it was testing my patience. My Aries moon. You got that right, John. So what was I saying? Oh, talking about just the moon itself and what the moon is saying, because that's what I do, is I tune into the actual lunar energy and what it's saying. So a Leo moon is a beautiful moon. Let's talk about that for a minute. It's kingly, it's queenly, it's sovereign, it's beautiful. And it's interesting, I shared a great quote and meme over at the Cosmic Weather page. You might want to check that out, by Tanya Markle, who's one of my favorite authors. And she said, I love this, it's so perfect. She said, truth is a queen and it's a humanitarian, right? But she said, it doesn't bow down to bullshit, right? Or unnecessary soapboxes, because that's in the realm of the shadow aspect of that energy. The high aspect of Leo is a humanitarian. It's a beneficent ruler. It's connected to its higher self. It's ruled by the sun. It's beautiful. It's beautiful energy. And another thing I was thinking too is sometimes people talk about, oh, well, I'm just going to be a bitch on wheels, or, you know, talk about their bitch, inner bitch. It isn't about being a bitch. It's about being a sovereign. And there's a difference. To be bitchy is kind of a lower application of Mars energy. I have an Aries moon. I get it. Yeah. Had to do a little work in that area. So let's talk about the difference between Mars, and then you go into its higher application, which is Pluto, and then you talk about the sun. Yes, it's correct. The sun just is. The sun just radiates. The sun just, it's the tarot card. It's the two little children holding hands dancing in the sun. It's beautiful. It doesn't have to prove anything. It doesn't have a freaking axe to grind, okay? Because Mars and Pluto energy both can have an axe to grind. And again, hi Dana. So we're talking about if we're being beneficent sovereign rulers unto ourselves, we are radiating what we are. Okay, the challenge with an eclipse is you're going to cover this up for a moment in time. We have a still point where we have an eclipse over the sun. It makes this energy inward. So part of going back to the question about why has this week been so intense? Well, we're in between eclipses, new moon, full moon. We have the pair of eclipses every year. But something interesting worth noting is that this full moon is at 0 degrees. The next 3 full moons are at 0 degrees, which is really a trip. What does that mean? Put it more in layman's terms. You have 0 to 30. 0 is brand new. It's literally like out the gate. It's right, baby egg, out the shell, right? So we've had many Leo moons before, and we'll have many more again. We have them every year. We have the Aquarius Leo combo every year. Right, this time of year. But what we don't have is we don't have a full moon at 0 degrees, which is really, really interesting. And it is kind of like it's a chance to cycle up, okay? Because here's that same cycle, but now it's on a higher level. Okay, so that's important to talk about that too. Another thing I wanted to address a couple of things. People have asked me how they can help with the shutdown furlough situation. We are being negatively impacted out here, unfortunately, in Joshua Tree, California. We have a beautiful national park that a bunch of unconscious yahoos are doing harm to, which is really heartbreaking. So if anybody wants to help that situation, Friends of Josh, JOSH.org, legitimate organization. The funds will go to the park. Another thing is we're going to be sharing different charities at Cosmic Weather. I have a food bank in the DC area that directly helps people that are being, affected by the furlough. That's at the main page. So thank you for caring, everybody. Thank you. That's asked about how they can help support our cosmic family that's being affected by the furlough. Okay, what else did I want to tell you guys about? Let me think. So we're at the last degrees of Capricorn. Bye-bye, Capricorn season. It was fun. Thank you so much for everybody's wonderful solar return birthday greetings for me last week. I really appreciate it. Hi, everybody that's popping on. So if you're just popping on now, you could certainly go back at the beginning and watch the beginning of this video. I'm trying to think of what else I was getting. Yeah, it's all in there. I just got to kind of pull it out, right? Another thing that I'm hearing, I am going to be on a hiatus from personal readings other than charts until April. And I've heard from other people they're feeling a need to do that too. 2018, really intense, especially for us folks in California, especially for people that are empathic, sensitive people. So really do what you're being called to do. If you feel like you need to do some radical self-care, if you need to step back, if you need to do something different. This is, speaking of that, this eclipse affects my 10th house. So that makes sense that I'm doing some things differently about work and about my career. So I'm using that as an example. If you're familiar with your chart, look at the house cusp. That this is for people that, it's a little more advanced. This is not straight up entry level stuff. But if you know where Leo is in your chart, this is the area that will be lit up by this eclipse. Okay, I'm going to run through these really quick. First house, I am Aries house, you personally. Second house, resources, I have Taurus, and money that you earn. Third house, Gemini, communication. Fourth house, God, this is a good little review for me, huh? Fourth house is Cancer, where you come from, childhood. Fifth house, Leo, natural's home, childhood, we call it children, creativity, romance. Sixth house, Virgo, daily, what you do in your daily life, chop wood, carry water, not sexy, but important. Seventh house, Libra, partnership of all kinds, platonic and romantic. Eighth house, Scorpio, transformation, Pluto, very deep. If this eclipse is hitting your eighth house, woo, that's very shamanic. Have fun with it. Yeah, I know. It's emotional. It is. And Cancer, we're in a Cancer moon right now. Question, is it not also for new beginnings, communication for me? I'm going to go back and talk about that in a minute. Also, like I said, I can't really answer a lot of questions. I'll answer some as I can. Ninth house, Sagittarius, higher education, travel. 10th house, Capricorn, career, public image. 11th house, Aquarius, groups, like-minded people. 12th house, Pisces, the unconscious, cosmic consciousness, confinement, prisons and monasteries. Hopefully the latter, not the former. Okay, so you don't have to. It's okay. It's okay. I mean that part was a little bit more advanced. I was talking about the houses. Okay, there's 12 houses. So as far as new beginnings, what's interesting about a full moon, normally full moons are all about culmination. New moons are about seeding new things, right? But when you have a full moon that's eclipsed and it pushes the energy inward and it's at 0 degrees, which is significant, then this will have a seeding effect, just like similar to a new moon, but different, okay? So we want to think about, it's going to be both. Eclipsing is like I've eclipsed that out of my life, right? That's an expression that means that you are leaving something behind. In an eclipse, you were more often than not asked by the universe to leave something behind that no longer serves you, okay? What was Leo in the third house, please? Third house is Gemini. It's communication. And another interesting thing I just learned, it rules mental health. And my sun is there. So that's really interesting. If you have planets in your third house, you need to be sure that you're nice to yourself mentally, as well as all the other ways that you're nice to yourself with good food and exercise and rest. But tend to your noggin if you have stuff in the third house. Okay. So, hi everybody. Thanks for coming in. Another couple things. Okay, the stones for this full moon. One of them is pyrite. I have some for sale in Bright Star Emporium. The Emporium is your place for high vibe crystals. I got to do a little plug. High vibe crystals always below retail. Okay, so you could go over there. I have some reasonably priced pyrite that's going to be charged in the full moon. In fact, I have a whole bunch of amazing stuff that I got on my travels that I'm going to charge and activate in the full moon, and they will be for sale this coming week. Okay. This year, this is kind of more like overall intel, not necessarily the moon, but this year really is going to continue to support generosity and kindness for our brothers and sisters. Okay. I'm going to have to go back and maybe look at some of these later. But like I said, I still am on retreat. I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the full moon. But I will go back and look at the comments when I have time. Like I said earlier, I did this 18-minute video and Facebook wasn't having it. So, so here I am again. So, points to keep in mind. The portal opens tonight. This is another thing. I'm glad I'm remembering this. If your physical needs are met, you're doing okay emotionally, please put some good mojo out on the grid for people who are struggling right now. Can you please do that for me, for the Cosmic Weather Girl? I'd really appreciate that. I'm going in meditation with a bunch of people at 5 p.m. Pacific. Please join us if you feel called to. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. This is when this portal opens, is tonight. So even though we're still in a Cancer moon, we're like, we're in the period where we're moving into this moon. Another thing to remember, it's a kingly, queenly moon. And let's talk again about, we don't need to be mean. You don't need to be bitchy. You just need to radiate what you are. It's time that we elevate and transmute what we think authority even is. Okay, there's a lot of weird negativity, shadow material that needs to go. And this is another great thing about something at 0 degrees. The keepers, there was a quote, there's some stuff on my wall from yesterday. I popped on a little bit. And there was a thing about making it up as you go along. Well, that's what we're doing, right? There's no real handbook about, all of this stuff. I said that there wasn't a rule book or handbook for empaths, so I wrote one, right? But in general, there isn't one. So, absolutely. Just, send love and good mojo. Put stuff out on the grid. If you need some, take some. If you have some extra, give some. That's how that works, okay? But another thing to keep in mind, Aquarius rules trauma and Leo rules drama. So are we going to have some of that? Yeah, there is going to be some of that. Does that mean you have to have that in your personal life? No, it doesn't. This is just saying that this is the potential of this portal. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for sending your love shapes around the world, Christina, and everybody that's on here rocking it out. I love you guys so much. I really appreciate all that you're doing for humanity, you, everybody in this community. Thank you so, so much. So just a few words on the eclipse. Basically, remember your sovereign, remember your vertical connection to spirit. Ask for what you need, and if stuff's coming up, it's again, this is an important thing. Try not to judge yourself like, oh, I'm doing it wrong. I get this a lot. Oh, how these people are having this great experience and I'm having this really like shitty experience over here. Everybody's going to go through this portal in a unique way to them. Okay. And it's not useful to compare your experiences to other people's. Know that you're divinely supported. Reach out to your cosmic family in spirit. Whatever, yes, ask and allow. Absolutely. There's tremendous support for us on the planet right now. I don't have to tell you, a little challenging to be here. I love you too. I love you too. So anyway, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day. Basically, just a reminder, yes, it's a power portal. Another thing, we will not have a full, like I said at the beginning, we will not have a lunar eclipse, full lunar eclipse until 2021. So that's kind of a big deal. So enjoy it. We won't have one next year. So rock out, ride the waves. I love you too. Yeah. Oh, oh yeah, she's right here. Yeah. Miss Luna Lou. She's always on these videos. It's so funny. I appreciate you too. I appreciate all of you guys so much. Okay, couple of plugs. Bright Star Emporium, High Vibe Crystals, Below Retail. I have a subscriber group. That's Cosmic Weather. I don't get into a lot of like political stuff in public because I just can't handle the level of crazy. I do have thoughts on what's going on, and I do run charts on events and things like that. I was even like something like innocuous, like the U.S. Like people are like, well, why didn't you run the U.K.? It's like, well, it was something that was happening in the U.S. Like people can get really touchy about this stuff. Oh, thank you, Katrin. Thank you so much. Yeah, good hair. Kathy Gordon, Alexander's. I'm sorry, she left. Ricardo's. Kathy Gordon at Ricardo's in Anaheim is my hair genius, so thank you. Anyway, so if you want to be in the private group, let me know. There's different tiers, but you can be in that group for $11 a month, which is like a couple of coffees at Starbucks. So please consider supporting my work in that way. I appreciate it. My crystals are the best. Thank you, Connie. Hi, Rebecca. Okay, everybody. So have a great one. Just remember, we're gonna go in this portal with our heart open. We're gonna hold hands etherically. We're gonna keep our heart open. We're gonna radiate love. And also remember, kings and queens, we don't have to be bitchy. We just have to be in our radiance, in our love, right? Like the keepers once said, love is the most powerful weapon there is and powerful protection. And it's true, right? It keeps us above all this skanky energy. I don't know where that came from, but stuff we just don't want to participate in. Okay. And so again, avoid the trauma drama. If that's going on in the world, we're going to send it love, but we're going to be hanging out in our sovereign heart. That's where we're going to be hanging out. Okay. So, mwah. Namaste, everybody. Happy full moon eclipsing. I will be back here on the 22nd. Bye-bye.